curious. I'm always curious, the people listening to this podcast, if I sound like a dude.
You know, that's a big insecurity of yours, isn't it?
No.
Is that the first time we brought this up?
No, it's not the first time I bring it. Because it's constant. It's constant reminder.
For me, you don't sound like a dude.
But it's because you know me.
But here's the thing. You're not going to believe this, but it's true. Men love women with manly voices.
Let's dissect that real quick.
It's true.
I don't think that's true.
If a woman has like a smoker man voice.
Men find that attractive?
Yeah. It's like sultry, you know?
Sultry.
It's like
Oh.
sultry, you can
Like, it sounds like she can sing, but you know I can't fucking sing, right? It's going to be like...
your voice sounds like with like, you know.
Yep. Have you called me in the morning? Have you called me in the morning? You don't think I sound like a dude on the phone?
Guys would rather have a woman with like a manly low voice
Than a high-pitched child voice.
You know, shrill.
Sounds like a child. Yeah, that's creepy.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
So if I had a choice, they're like, let's go with manly, sultry voice.
if you do, it's not a problem.
I want to take it to the audience. So if you guys are listening, that's my first questions. I want to know because
If anything, I feel like I have a nasally, girly.
no, you have a man voice. You have a masculine voice.
I feel like I have a nasally voice.
I get mistaken as a man voice.
As a woman sometimes.
Shut up. Oh, see, I knew that. I was going to say, there's no way they could mistake you. They're like, ma'am. You're like, yes. Like, I still sound like a dude. No, like, I got a phone call from a bill collector, and they were like, sir, can you repeat that? Sir, can you repeat that? And I was like, you know what? I don't appreciate you calling me a sir when I'm a ma'am. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. What do you want me to call you? PX Floro? Yeah, PX Floro would be nice. You know, just my name would be nice. Then she took my payment and then she fucking hung up on me. I was like, this fucking bitch, because I started complaining. I was like...
You know why she hung up on you? She was jealous of your voice.
I don't know about that. I think she feels threatened by my voice. She's like, this doesn't sound like she's going to rape me. I'm just kidding. No, but I don't know. It's constant. So, like, I'm not insecure about it. I'm, like, embracing it now because I'm trying to get more jokes out of it, you know? Like, my third ex-husband, his voice was, like, I swear to God, his voice was higher than mine.
Are you attracted to guys with higher voices than you?
I don't think it's even a thing. Like, I don't even, like, pay attention to it.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't pay attention to it.
Like, if a guy came up to you, he's hella hot, you know, big dick and everything. But he sounds like Mickey Mouse. That'd be a problem.
That'd be like Mike Tyson. I mean, I don't think Mike Tyson's hella fine. I don't think he's hella fine, but would I date him? No, probably not. No, not because of his voice, because he bit people's ear off and he's a wife beater.
But Mike Tyson's not fair, because not only is he...
It's not fair.
Also, he has like a weird...
He's a shitty history, too.
No, like his speech is...
Oh, yeah, he talks like this.
Yeah. Because
My name's Mike Tyson. What did you say?
CT.
What?
CT.
A lisp? Oh,
So we get punched in the brain a lot.
yeah.
Your linguistic skills get... It sounds like you're drunk. That's what they call it.
Wait, but I thought he was always like that. Didn't he always talk like that? I mean, he's been a boxer for how many years?
Not when he was younger. If you see his
Videos when he was younger?
he's like somewhat, like still high pitched,
Yeah,
but not like that
with the lisp.
lisp and funny voice. And that's pretty common with a lot of boxers. Is when they get older,
They start talking with a
they
lisp.
start talking with the lisp.
Really? Did Muhammad Ali talk with it? Does Muhammad Ali talk with a lisp? I don't remember him talking with a lisp.
Muhammad Ali was the greatest. He hit the hit a lot.
Oh, that's true. Touche, my friend. Touche. How about Oscar de la Hoya? He talked like this. Yeah, he does. And he's been caught dressing in women's clothes.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they can actually.
No.
I'm trying to make it's like if a guy is like super hot and like he's like you're like, you know,
I would look past that.
his financial state,
I would look past that. I don't even care about him being rich. He just does he know how to treat a woman.
but he has that Mickey Mouse.
I'd be fine with that.
You'd be fine with that?
Yeah, I mean, listen to my voice. I can't change my voice, and a lot of people tell me like I have a really deep voice.
You wake up every morning to some guy sounding like, hello,
I would not wake up to any guy in the morning.
you want some coffee?
No, I wouldn't wake up to any guy in the morning.
To any guy?
Yeah, I don't wake up to any men in my bed in the morning. Maybe women. That's an opening, ladies. If you're listening, I'm just kidding. That's scary. I was like, because I heard they're just as bad as men. Yeah, you said you had a great show though in Modesto.
I want to sleep. I just woke up and I want to sleep.
In case people wonder when do we record these, we typically record these in the morning, on the weekends.
Right. So we're comedians trying to be,
comedians.
8 p.m. funny on 10 a.m. All right.
Yeah.
So it takes a little while, at least for me to warm up. But last night,
I'm always hot, Jorge.
last night I did a show in Modesto. Shout out to
Roman.
Roman. Sorry, I know his name. And he has a great show at the POCs in Modesto. It's beautiful. Like, dude, I was so shocked because it looks bigger inside than it does outside. Once you step inside this building, it's like a full-on like Italian style.
Fine dining type stuff.
Stage area with like very great artwork. And I was like, is the owner Italian? And they're like, no. They're like, whose idea was to make this Italian theme?
Is it Italian bistro or is it what kind of food that they serve?
It was like American food. But still, like the atmosphere, the vibe was like
Italian.
Italian, like neorealism,
Yeah.
And I was like, it was really dope. It was sold out show, packed crowd.
I like how Jorge opens with, yeah, the place is great, but why are they going with that theme?
There's no Italians in it. It's like,
I mean, did they have Italian on there's a name called, no, it's called The Post, so.
exactly.
Yeah, but you got that Italian atmosphere feeling. I don't know if I have. I don't think so. I don't think I have, but, well, I'm doing Roman's show tonight. Yeah, at the 108. Yep, shout out to Roman de Guzman along with Pete Munoz. I'm carpooling with Pete Munoz on Letty. So.
And then, so we did a show last night, and it was packed. It was fun. Jorge was there, that insane wedding headline. I really killed it. And anyway, I love doing Central Valley, California shows.
I love Central Valley shows. They're there to laugh.
They're there to laugh, and they're a lot of fun. They'll go with you. They're a little dirty. They're a little hard to the paint. They don't mind.
Yeah.
And at first, you're like, oh, it's a lot of white people, conservatives. I don't know. I should tone this down. But no,
I don't know. A place called Modesto. Just kidding. I love Modesto.
We had such a good time that afterwards, hella people.
He got kidnapped.
Well, hella people were inviting me and Corday to after parties. We should go here, we should go there. And the idea was, oh yeah, me and Corday, because they're so fine chicks. We're networking with.
Okay.
And Corday, we're like, all right, we'll meet you at this place in downtown Modesto. All right, let's go. And the plan was for me and Corday to take separate cars and meet there. But then, as I was walking in the parking lot to my car, another car screeches in front of me and like stops. And there's another group of people who are in the audience. And they're like, hey, come up. And these are like Mexican, not kids, but like, my age.
Mexican people?
Yeah.
You could have said people. Because some of them weren't all Mexican. They were Latino, though.
Latino. And they're like, hey, comedian, yeah, come with us. Come party with us.
And you just hopped in the car. All our parents tell us not to fucking hop in the car with strangers, and you did it.
Well, they had Mexican candy.
Oh, what is it called? Dulce.
Dulce.
Yeah. Muy
So,
bien.
like, I walk into my car, they pull up in front of me, it's like, hey, come. And, like, by the way, this car fits 5 people, and there's already 5 Mexicans in there.
Yeah. Well, we know how Mexicans roll.
Right.
So.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm a group for me. So I was like, fuck.
Hey, did it! Like a champ.
And the back
Like a
seat,
champ.
I got these-
Were there women in the car?
You were, but, they were taken, and one of them was a lesbian.
Was that the one that was taken too?
I don't know.
Was she hot? Because, I'm totally accepting applications.
She looks like one of the comedians.
Oh, no! Never mind. He did show me the picture. That's fucking hilarious.
I was like, and the minute I got into the car and they were driving me randomly in the fucking outskirts of town, that's where I got a little nervous. Like, oh shit.
They're gonna fucking chop his body up.
They could.
They could have. But they took you to a fat party, though, right?
The chick who was driving, she, was speeding. I was not wearing a seatbelt, because I had no seat.
That's usually a common way to die.
And then they're all drinking beer. I'm like, oh, fuck. If a cop pulls us over, I'm fucking running into the field. I don't want to get caught. But yeah, they're good people. So they took me to a different place. And it was a good hangout, you know. And then, but Jorge went to downtown.
So just you got picked up.
I got picked up randomly.
Yeah.
Jorge went according to plan.
Yeah, and drove to downtown Modesto.
He hung out with them.
And that's where you probably saw Gloria.
And so there was another comedy show happening.
Oh, that's Gloria's show.
We owned the Laughs.
Yeah. Yeah, with Tyson Paul. Yeah, Gloria was on that one.
And Taylor Evans. And Corden's like, oh, shit, I'm with these guys. And I'm like, where are you? I'm like, oh, shit, I'm the other side of town.
No.
And here's the thing, like,
Jorge felt like a movie star. Corday is me and him did a podcast together, a lit podcast.
Yeah. Well,
so funny. He
He
picked you up.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So
I love Corday.
And eventually it's like midnight and like everybody's leaving, and I'm like, you know what? I just took a lift home. You know, I took a lift to the car.
Yeah.
I could lift back to the post because that's where I left my car. So the people that brought me there, they left. Was blacked out. And then I couldn't get a lift. You know, I guess at midnight with that still no lifts are available.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh shit, I might have to walk like to the post, which is like 5 miles away.
Where you got dropped off?
Yeah.
Why'd you get dropped off so far?
Yeah.
Were you that drunk?
I was pretty wasted.
Okay. I'm surprised you even got that close.
I was like, hey, Corday, you still around? He's like, yeah. He's like, can you pick me up and take me to the car? And then he came over.
Aww.
Shout out to Corday. You're the man.
He
didn't have to. He really didn't have to.
Yeah, that's really nice. But you weren't that far. You were only 5 miles away, right?
Yeah, well, from where they took me to the post, yeah, it was like 12 minutes away.
Okay. And so then he dropped you off your car, and then you drove home, and you went on your merry way.
I did not hear.
Oh, okay. Well, and in the interim of that, when Jorge told me, he's like, I felt like a movie star last night. I had an entourage. And I was like, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I was on a show with Corday. And I was like, Corday? Were you on the show with Gloria? And he was like, no. And then when he said, oh, Corday met up to another place where there was a comedy show going, that made sense because last night Gloria called me and Corday was in the background and I was just like, what the fuck, you guys were on the show together? And they're like, bitch, where you at? And I was just like, I miss you guys. And she's like, what are you doing? And I literally was FaceTiming with them and I turned my phone around and it's just the back of my computer. I was working. I was literally working till like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. No, fool, your car's right there. You know what? If you really needed the ride, I seriously would. Yeah, I would. That's how. No, you should. You should 100% feel bad because then your best neighbor is picking the worst neighbor up all the way in Modesto.
It would make sense to have you pick me up because we live nearby.
Yeah. No, it would totally make sense. And then I would be like, "Where's your equipment, Jorge? So we can record the fucking podcast all the way fucking drive home, so I can yell at you like your mother." I'm just kidding. No. I would do that for any of my homies, like straight up, like if they needed a ride. That's why when she called like late at night, I fucking picked that shit up. And it was crazy because my phone sets up to shut off at a certain time. I love Gloria. Oh, that's my girl. That's my comedy sis. We started comedy together. So that's my sis. She is, but she comes down every now and then to do shows that she's booked on out here. Yeah, she's a fucking real traveling comic now. I'm all, okay, girl. She's like, yeah, they got my ticket. I was like, what? Okay. Shit. I would love for someone to pay for my ticket to fly me somewhere. I don't even fuck if it's LA. I was like, fly me to LA. But I'm not that kind of comic yet. It's okay.
Did you do any shows this week so far?
Yes, last night I did. So I started producing my own show again. Well, I have two, right? So I have Foxtail on Sundays. Like Jorge's like kind of like smiling and cheering and not really. Yeah. First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim West Side while we ride running quick. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, first off, Jorge also produces the show. Okay. And second, Yeah, no, and second, I think sometimes our shows fall on the same day, and you have came through, so don't try to act like I haven't booked you, but you have came through and got a set, and you've done really well at Foxtail Comedy in Empanadas. Yeah, so fucking what? And you get as much time as you want. But guess what, Jorge? Guess what? You will be booked, especially for comedy in Empanadas. Because you're Mexican. This is what comics do. They make other comics feel like shit when they don't get booked. When I would book you in a heartbeat. Yeah. You know what? You know who knows gives me a hard time? Every fucking person on this planet. I know. And I love you. You know I love you, dude.
You got shows you're producing now, which is awesome. You're busy. You're staying busy. That's great.
Which this is the.
Now, are you co-producing?
No, this one is mine. This one's mine. It's comedy and empanadas. I noticed that when I try to co-produce with people, it just doesn't follow through. Like it just kind of falls apart.
You know what? That's very good.
That's just my opinion.
Because you really need to have good chemistry with co-producers.
Oh yeah, 100%. So shout out to Jacob and Alex because they do a great job co-producing with each other. And I've tried, and I'm still happy to try to help with other people to co-produce. Like 100%, I'm down. When you just need to tell me what you need from me. But when I do it on my own, it's kind of like I do what I want, and it just makes it easier because.
Yeah, with me and Falco, like so far, it's been the best co-producing.
Oh, see,
so
I didn't even know you guys were co-producing.
Don't get me wrong, like when I was co-producing with the Blue Lagoon and Santa Cruz, it was great. But when there's with 5-6 people involved. Makes me a little complicated.
Right. Well, and that's.
But when it's just you and another person, streamline.
It definitely helps having two people.
Yeah, with me and Falco, we streamline we set each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we establish rules and boundaries. Yeah.
No, just to clarify, I'm not saying that the people that I have co-produced with is wrong or bad. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm just saying is it just didn't go through, and hey, we'll try again.
You can co-produce with literally the best person on the planet.
Yeah.
It can still be an issue because, it's just different levels of reliability or different levels of styles.
Yeah, 100%.
So far you had no luck really co-producing every time.
No, I mean I got on a couple of shows co-producing, and then some already got canceled because it wasn't the other person or myself. It was like low ticket sales. So it's like, okay, we just postpone this show. So that happens, but with back to what I was saying, like I produce a show. One is really, really great now, on Sundays, fucking amazing. There's people who come out, people know about it. That's Foxtail. And then I started, yeah, come check it out. It's beautiful, especially with the showcases that we're planning on doing. We're trying to do like first Sunday showcases. But I did, I produced Comedy and Empanadas. And there was only me, Faco, and Danny Lake. So shout out to them for coming out and checking out the room. Yeah, and which there's a debate, okay? So when he said, "Oh yeah, 73," because we were talking about birthdays, and the owner of the place, his birthday is in March, my birthday's in April, and so is Danny Lake, his birthday is also in March. He's like, "Yeah, 73." So I heard he's 73. That's what I heard, right? But when he leaves, Pedro's like, "No, he said he was born 1973. And I was like, nah, bro. If he was born, that means he's only 10 years older than us. And he goes, "Oh, 10 years older than us." And I was like, then he looks hella old. That's what I was saying to the owner, Pedro, which now it's a debate. And so me, the wife, and his sister were like, "Nah, he said he's 73.
We should call up.
Yeah, we should call up Danny Lake and be like, "Danny, there's a debate going on what you said that night." So
there's an important question in the comedy community.
Yeah, are you 73 or are you born in 1973? I mean, I know I can already hear him. He's gonna be like, "I wish I was born in 1973." I could see him saying that, and it was a great show because it was a really small audience, very, very intimate. But it's such a transition to go to a show like that I produce, very small, like it's still building to S27, which is the room that was ran by Teddy. Now it's ran by Matthew McCarran. And that place was fucking packed. So it was beautiful to see, here's this little room that's building. It was the first night. It did okay, and then people still showed up after. But I killed a mic. Like, if there's no one there to perform and we've literally exhausted our time, I'm not going to torture the venue to stay open. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, well, there's nobody else. I'm like, do you mind if we pull the plug? They're like, no, let's go. Let's go home. Let's get to leave early, you know? And then I find out that comics and, you know, audience members did show up after. And I was telling the owner, he was like, yeah, some people showed up. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And he was like, no, fuck them. He's like, they showed up late. He's like, it's cool. We'll do it again next time.
This is for Foxtel.
No, this is for Comedy and Empanadas. The new room just started last night.
First show was last night.
It was an open mic, yeah.
Oh, it was an open mic.
It's an open mic, yeah. But I just call it Comedy and Empanadas, so people just roll through.
What time was it?
It says go up. No, show up, glow up, which means go up.
What time was it?
6 to 7:30.
And you waited until 7?
Yeah, about a little bit before 7.
Nobody showed up.
It was like over pretty much, yeah. It was over by like 6:45, 6:50.
And then after you left, people started coming.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's only 30 minutes left of the show. On a Friday, yeah. And I could have stayed, but it's like, but there's no comics. And I could have kept going, you know what I mean? But at the same time, 6 to 7:30. They close at 6. They close at 7 on weekdays. They actually close at 6, I believe. And so I said, or 7, and I said, hey, do you mind just staying open for 30 more minutes, you know, just for us to do the show? And he's like, yeah. I mean, and they're even willing to do 8, but I feel like a lot of people are doing stuff at 8, right? And so they can either make it to this show. So a lot of people, I was barking, bro. Like, I had my speaker outside in the street, and I was like, hey, Comedy and Empanadas. It's on Market Street. And yeah, and dude, the people were listening, and I have to give a shout out to this guy because he followed me, and he heard me from across the street. He's from Oakland. He's out here for a convention. He was staying at the Hilton right there, and he was there for a convention, and he was like, hey, no. Whatever it was, this guy was like out there working, and his name is Chop Williams. Shout out to Chop Williams if you're listening. Chop Williams is what his name goes by. He gave me his real name. I want to say it was like Jason. No, I want to say it's Jason or something like that. Yeah, Chop. This is Chop. Well, he followed me. Yeah, and he said, and this is what I valued and appreciate. Yeah, he was out there for a convention. I don't know, but he was out there for a convention. I didn't get too personal. I didn't have time. I was barking in the street. Chop, you better fucking come on this podcast. Don't say come. And like, go check Jorge right now because he's questioning your Instagram, Mr. CEO. I mean, he's going to conventions for it. And so I was barking, and he literally ran across the street just to get empanadas.
Well, she says barking. She's not even literally barking.
Yeah, I was. I was like, whoa. Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Is when you're outside and you're trying to get people into the show. So she's out there, you know, hey, come on in, this and that. Usually, it works better when you have a microphone on you or a speaker, a PA system. But that's what she means.
Which I did. I was barking. I was getting people to come, and that's about the hustle. You know what I'm saying? So I was out there. I was like, I got there at like 5:40. And it starts at 6. So then I was out there till 6 to say, hey, come out. And I was talking to people. And it was funny because a lot of people were going to either the opera. They were going to see Hannibal Buress. He was at the Improv. Hannibal Buress was at the Improv. Because then people were walking. I was like, hey, where are you guys going? And they're like, we're going to go see Hannibal Buress. I don't know. I didn't check. But these people were walking towards the thing. And I was like, well, if you guys are hungry later, come back to Comedy and Empanadas. And I was like, and next time you could pay half the price. Because you know how much tickets are at the Improv when they go to the Improv, right? I wasn't trying to take business from them either. The show started at 8, you know? So, like, it would have been over by the time they walked over there.
Well, to be fair, it's been a crazy week for people. We had snow.
It's been a crazy year. How about that? There's a lot of shit going on.
We had the atmospheric river, and now we had this fucking snow.
But I have to say, Asian people are getting put on the map right now because they've been doing some crazy ass shit.
What do you mean?
Asian people?
Like which Asians are you talking about?
Just Asians in general.
The snow has them on the map?
No, it doesn't. Not the snow. It's just this year. I'm just saying this year. No. Well, now that you say that, yeah, definitely Asians are pretty. No, there's those Asian. I don't want to clarify which type of Asian because we know what kind of Asian I'm talking about. But there's like shootings that have been going on. There was also that assault. Same ethnic background too, but he's Asian and he was assaulting a vendor right down the street right here, Old Bayshore. Oh, that was one of the segments? Oh, that's a good segue. I mean, since we're talking about it. But, you know, we were talking about it. It's been a safety thing.
I was more specific to the vendor attacks, but you went to Asian hate. So
well, yeah, well, that's a good segue because that's one of the things that's been happening lately. At least, I don't know. And that was one of the arguments that I got one of the comedians. They're like, this stuff that's been happening all this time. And I was like, but you know what? It could have been happening, but now it's time for us to put a stop to it because we know it's happening now. It wasn't getting...
what's he complaining about?
Saying that, this Asian hate and all the hate crimes that's been happening and these weird weathers, it's been happening. And I'm like...
Is he saying that Asians have been attacking people?
Yeah, they're saying that there's been a whole war.
Asian?
No.
Who is he?
It's Latino.
Latino?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. The Asian and the Latino community in San Jose is a thing.
Yeah, they don't like each other? Or they like each other? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, here's what it is. The Vietnamese community and the San Jose Latino community are pretty tight, you know, because they grew up to Low Side.
Yeah, both minorities.
East Side.
Yeah.
You know, and at least I've never heard of issues between them. I don't know about you. Filipino also, I've never heard of issues with the Latino community with Filipinos. Have you?
Well, back in high school, there was a lot of, you know, obviously gang-related stuff. But, I mean, as growing up, yeah, no, they kind of stick to themselves. I feel like everyone kind of sticks to themselves.
Well, what I'm saying, high school doesn't count.
No, but I mean now, even now, like the ethnic cultures, they kind of stick to themselves. Like our generation, we do intermingle.
I see more Latinos and Asians mixing up in San Jose than I do in other parts of the Bay.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I did that show. They had a Mexican and Vietnamese. Yeah, so, yeah. And I thought they were Filipino. But, yeah. We're all incorporated. We all get along, is what you're saying.
Okay, we're going to dicey waters right now.
Oh, no. Are you gonna want to still be a comedian after this conversation?
But here's what I'm trying to...
Are you gonna hit this bowl?
Here's my observation.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any real static between the Asian, at least the South Bay, or in general, the Asians and Latino communities.
I don't think there's an issue either.
I do think there has been an issue. It's pretty clearly between the Black community and the Asian community.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So what's the deal with that?
I don't know, but that's been something that's been known for a while, and that's why I was saying, like, if it's a known thing and now we're all finding out about it, or now it's like, okay, now everybody knows, I think we should address it and we should be more preventative, right? And I'm not saying preventive like go get self-defense. I'm being like preventative, like we need to find out why this is happening first, and then we can be preventative. Because right now I just feel like people are just attacking people, and you know, the whole Asian hate thing quite a lot. So when I was getting my nails done, of course, my nail lady was telling me, like, be careful when you eat out at these restaurants, because a lot of these restaurants were getting robbed by other ethnic cultures in broad fucking daylight.
What time is this?
Like in the little Saigon area.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also women.
By Latinos?
No, she did not say by Latinos.
What did she say then? Who's robbing the stores?
She said they were black. And I hate, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening, but there is a lot of African Americans from not necessarily our own city, from other cities coming to San Jose and literally robbing these ladies, which is so sad. And like the stuff I'm seeing on the news, like women are getting spit on. And that was one of the things I brought up to the other comic. I was like, that's not okay. He's like, you don't think that's been happening? I'm like, if it is, it's not okay.
If it is happening, it's not okay.
It's not okay, and it needs to stop.
You would defend that by saying it's happening anyway.
Well, not like that, but he's just like, oh, what are you going to do about it, type of thing. And I'm just like, what I'm going to do about it is I'm going to speak on it, because that's not okay. Like, I wish a motherfucker would try and fucking spit at me and fucking try to act like that out of pocket with me. And I don't see it happening out here in the Bay, or with me in San Jose. So the incident here, this incident happened in New York. This guy spit on this Chinese woman, and then he started calling her a monkey and started calling her all these types of insults, and then he's like talking shit to the police when he's like, who are you? You're a fucking meter maid. You're a fucking traffic cop. What the fuck are you gonna do? And she didn't do anything. She was just like letting this guy verbally assault this poor lady because she's Asian. And then you can just see them kind of like, and I can only imagine whether they're tourists, not tourists, like I can only imagine how that makes a person feel, right?
But here's the thing. Do you think the black versus Asian, issue, do you think it was an issue because it is perpetuated in like media?
Yes.
Like Asians would harass black customers at their store.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yes,
So
and that needs to stop too.
When they see that, they're like, oh, like all these Asians, they think they're racist. They always think
Yeah, and then we say the same thing, and not me. I'm saying an Asian say the same thing about black people.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
It's interesting. Like, for example,
I'm not gonna lie, Asians are 100. I grew up with 100% a lot of racist Asians growing up, and they didn't even realize they're like that.
Hold on. Like, there's racist Asians, there's racist Mexicans, there's racist black people,
Yeah.
there's racist white people. There's racist
Everybody's
across the board.
racist.
However, the difference we're talking about here is someone who's openly aggressive being racist towards other people.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, see, some of them, they're not openly aggressive. Like, growing up in high school, I remember going to friends' houses, and Asian mothers would be like, hide the jewelry. I mean, these are fucking kids.
Yeah.
And to me, it was like, what the
That's
fuck?
pretty racist.
That's hella racist. You know what I'm saying?
When they're around the black kids, they're like, hide the jewelry.
Yeah. And so to me, like, and then I'm thinking as a child,
That is a problem.
being black, right? And then hearing that shit, like, that must fucking put you in a certain kind of spot. And it can do two things. Either A, oh, they think I'm going to fucking rob them. Then I'm going to fucking rob them. Or B, oh, that's fucked up. Like, I'm going to make them think differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like those two things are the choose your own adventures. And then it gets picked, right?
Now, let me ask you this. It's going to sound dumb, but there's a reason why I'm going with this. Are Asian people people of color?
Yes, they're yellow or olive or whatever.
So, but
100%, we're of color.
Oh, wait, I got POC.
What did you say?
A person of color.
Oh,
POC.
person of color. Oh, is that what POC means?
Yeah,
Oh.
person of color. I got called that in person recently. I didn't like it. It's very racist.
What did they tell you? You're POC?
Yeah. So, oh, you're a POC, a POC. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Was this on a podcast?
No, it was like in Palo Alto.
On the street?
Yeah. No, we're just like among friends.
Okay, were they white?
Yeah.
That's pretty racist then.
I feel like it, but that's the woke thing to do. The woke thing is to say, oh, I'm not Mexican or black, I'm POC. I'm a BIPOC person. You know?
But why even say it?
But here's the thing, like in social media, it's like, oh, okay, it's a fancy word. Or like in written, it's like, okay. But when you say it,
In person.
verbalized,
It sounds
it
racist.
sounds like, yeah, why are you calling me a POC?
Especially when the person's white. I'm all, you color too. You a color too, but you white. You know what I'm saying?
You call me a fucking beater as opposed to a
Oh,
person of color.
okay. See, it's same thing. Like, people can call me flip. People can call me chink, even though I'm not Chinese and I'm not offended. No, it's not. But some Filipinos find it offensive. Yeah, they find it offensive. And I'm like,
That's just short for Filipino, right?
yeah, but some people find it offensive. I don't find it offensive. Like I said, they can call me chink. They can call me, whatever they want to call me. Like, I've been called nip. I've been called chink. I've been called gook. I've been called all kinds of shit. And I've never, white people, Asians just saying Asian slurs to each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, so this is Asian. Okay.
it's like Asian, and white people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, ching chong, bitch. And I'm just kind of like, dude, you're Asian too. What the fuck?
Now, here's the thing. Here's why I ask if you consider Asian people of color. Because I have a friend.
I do.
She's black. And she's like, proud black, all about that.
Is she saying Asians aren't POC?
So she's about, she's all about, activism. So she's very involved in that. And about, And then I asked, because I brought this subject of like these, Asians versus black, issues. And she's like, well, it's because Asians are white passing. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, Asians are not people of color. Well, I'm like, wait a minute, like, you're saying that Asians are not people. And she really thought about it, and she does not consider Asians people of color, or even, they consider it a privileged class.
No, because we were enslaved to come over here too, to build the railroads. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying in Asians, so that they are people of color. So what designates them people of color?
So I'm saying the problem here may be is that the Asians broadly are being classified as not exactly.
Oh, and that's what's causing the hate towards
possibly.
them.
That's my theory.
No,
My theory is like, they're putting up Asians as people of influence, affluence, and
I can see that.
connect with white people. Doesn't help that white
I can
guys
see that.
like dating Asian chicks, I guess. But
And so do black guys. So,
right.
oh,
Keep in mind, like this, when it comes to like on the street, like nobody really gives a shit. People, here in the Bay Area, people are dating everybody. I'm just saying it's how it's perpetuated. Is that, I see it correct?
Perpetuated?
Perpetuated.
Or perceived?
In the media.
Yeah.
Of, these dividing lines. What's up?
Oh, no, I'm just getting my cat food. I'm getting her cat food here.
But so I just find it interesting that this person who's into,
activism and human rights, and then she's saying that Asians are not, they're not POC.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm a little offended by that because I think I am a person of color.
You're definitely kind of brown.
Yeah. Right? And I turned even more brown during the summertime. Yeah. I used to get really brown. Like people used to think I was like Hawaiian, and then I'd get hella dark, and they're like, "Are you Hawaiian?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Filipino." Yeah. They're like, and then I would and that's another thing. Growing up, I would constantly be argued with about what nationality I am. Can you imagine growing up? I'm sure they're like, "No, you're not Mexican." Throughout my life, you're not Filipino. Throughout my life, elementary school, high school, even as an adult, they're like, there's no way. And then now that I look back, yeah, it is kind of offensive because who are you to fucking tell me that I'm not, right? Like, no, you're not. You're not Filipino. Bet.
Well,
What the fuck? Bet?
There's a difference how you perceive your identity, and there's how other people that perceive you, and sometimes it can be shitty.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. And I think we need to break that stereotype and that whole society thing. Like, we need to break that down. I think that would be a good table talk for black, or black.
Black comedians, Asian comedians.
Yeah, and knock it out and just duke it out and like really address the situation. It's not a big deal, but I think it's definitely a topic that should be addressed, and what no better way to address it with humor. You know what I mean? Because then we can we can completely dissect the whole thing. Because right now ours is kind of like, obviously I'm not a person of color, so my opinion's not gonna fucking matter, but yours would. And I think that this would be a good. I mean, it honestly kind of doesn't matter to me, but I consider myself a person of color. So if I consider myself a person of color, and then here's a person saying, no, you're not, now it's a problem. Because again, here you are telling me what I'm not. No, I'm not mad. It just bothers me that this is definitely. You want me to sound like a demon? He's like, he likes it. There's smoke coming out of my nose and my ears right now. My face is turning red. You heard it here first. Jorge likes women that sounds like demon women. What do you call those? A succubus. Yeah, succubus. But I think it needs to be addressed. I'm glad you brought this up because I definitely think it needs to be addressed. I fucking love black people. I love Asian people. and I think we should be unified.
Obviously, you love everybody.
Yeah, no, we love everybody. Exactly. Latinos. No.
At the same time, because you met this, this comedian last night, this Latino comedian was telling you that
that the hate has been happening for a long time, and who cares that it's happening now? And I'm just kind of like, we should care. And this is why it's still happening. It's because there's people like that with that attitude. Like, it's been happening, so what are we going to do about it? What we're going to do about it is we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. There is a rift in between the black and Asian community, and it's definitely something that needs to be addressed. And now that you point it out, I am going to talk about it because I know that racism still exists, obviously. What are they going to do? Don't get canceled. Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm all...
Because you're not a person of color. You can't really talk about this stuff.
See, there we go. This is where we need to be more preventative, Jorge. Okay? I'm like, I'm not doing the episode anymore. Yeah. I think we should talk about it. Which kind of leads to my recent hate crime. I told you about it, right? Or did I say I'm...
You said you made your own hate crime.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I'm gonna take it back. I was...
You committed a hate crime against another Asian person.
No, I was involved in a hate crime.
Wait.
But I was involved in a hate crime. When I broke my window, and it was really me. It was me just hating myself, breaking my window. Yeah, I did say that on the last episode, right?
I thought you were kidding.
Yeah, I was kidding. It is a joke. I'm just talking about the
It's a serious subject, and you're joking around.
What do you expect, Jorge?
Trying to save America.
What do you expect? What do you expect? Okay, I'm just saying this is the shit we got to talk about because I think it's fucking hilarious. Like, what? We don't need more people to hate on me because I'm hating on myself. Just kidding. Yeah. Speaking of hate crimes,
let's talk about these rashes of vendor types that are happening. Because this last couple weeks,
this is what I was talking about. We just went full circle.
Yeah, this last couple weeks have been a bad week for street vendors, especially here in San Jose.
Specifically.
Now, I think what started this? I think the first attack on a vendor, as a recent memory, is the one that happened in Southern California. About the Mexican hot dog vendor.
Was it those white bitches? Those fucking white bitches, dude. Did they get in trouble? I hope they got in trouble. I want a follow-up video on that. I know, but I want a follow-up video on, are those bitches apologizing? No. I saw the video, but is there a video of them apologizing?
No.
Yeah, okay.
But it's funny because
describe the video, please. It's annoying.
Is that there's a street vendor, and he was selling hot dogs. And there was these 4 college chicks.
Them bacon-wrapped ones.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I didn't get. So the problem started because they thought like he was overpricing hot dogs.
Which it doesn't fucking matter.
Which is $7.
It doesn't fucking matter how much.
$7 for a dog.
Who gives a fuck?
Or a steak dog, which is bacon wrapped, and you could put,
Yeah, I would pay fucking $10 for those.
Jalapenos, and these bitches have a problem paying $7 for that hot dog. I have no problem paying $15 for avocado toast. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
so that's the context to it.
Yeah. So first of all,
they were complaining about the price. I didn't even know that.
About the price that they had makes no sense to me because it's like it's a pretty good hot dog.
They're drunk. You put drunk white girls, drunk girls. Period.
So then they start touching his food. They start throwing his food, and the guy's like, "Tell him to please leave him alone, to stay away." And yeah, so that was kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, and the whole point was they started touching his fucking food, and he was telling them to stop, and then all these ratchetness started getting worse. And then there was a girl that was also defending him, like pretty much saying like, no, not on the video, but supposedly that's not in the video, pretty much like defending him, because I saw one of the follow-up because they ended up doing like a fundraiser for these vendors or whatever. And yeah, supposedly like one of the girls that was helping with that whole hot dog situation, you fucking dick. You fucking dick. My fucking cat just stepped on my weed. Yeah. No, my cat stepped on my weed. I just grounded up some weed and I put it in a little cardboard thing. And the cat's like walking over while we're recording and his foot just went in my fucking bitch. Anyways, so back to the vendor. So right around the corner, that one happened in Southern California. Got a lot of fucking attention, right? And I think they were even tagging like the administrators of the school that they go to.
No, those women, those girls got fucked. Like they got kicked out.
You think they got kicked out?
Definitely, they must have. Yeah, we'll do a follow-up. But yeah, I mean, they got their names. They got
Dude, their Instagram, yes. Oh man, that's the thing about social media. It feels just like Black Mirror. Like they go in for the fucking kill. I can't fuck with SoCal, dude. I just can't fuck with SoCal.
So I think that's the first incident that kind of started because then literally later that week, there was a San Jose food vendor outside the ACP stadium.
SAP?
SAP. That's what I said, right?
No, you said ACP. I was like, what's that?
SAP.
And then I was like, did this fool just want to say SAP? ACP. Yeah. It's right off of Old Bayshore. Isn't that the one, or is this a different one? Oh, this is... Okay, before that one.
So then there was a Mexican street vendor outside the Sharks game at the SAP Center, the SAP Arena. And a guy apparently also had an issue with the price of the hot dog. And came back.
Oh, I saw that one.
Punched the street vendor.
Yeah, and then there was girls running after him, right? Yeah.
I think it was a little Latino guy, though. I think it was a Latino guy coming out, which is kind of crazy. That leads up to the final one, which is probably the craziest one. Which is probably the one you were alluding to, about the Asian guy who went over and beat up. He did, right?
Yeah, he trashed his thing. I don't know if he beat him up, but I think he was like threatening him. Yeah.
Which was a gnarly video to watch because he came up, he's like, get out of here. He starts, hitting shit, and then he tries to get in the guy's truck. Remember that?
Wait, the guy. Bless you. So the mechanic guy.
Yeah.
Tried to get into.
The truck.
No, I didn't see that video. What the fuck? Why? I'm trying to look up the video with the 3, if there was a follow-up with the 3 college chicks. Yeah, on the vendor. That's what I'm actually trying to look up because, you know.
But how did you feel when you saw that video of the Asian guy attacking the Mexican vendors?
I was like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? Like, I just don't understand. These people are just trying to make a living. I don't understand. And that was like I was saying with Asians and sometimes a Latino, because also in SoCal, there was something similar where this Asian, I want to say she's Korean, she owns like a laundromat or something like that. And then also a Latino vendor was like pushing his fucking cart. And then she was just like screaming at him saying like, you can't be selling shit here. I'm like, why? Why are Asian people doing that?
Was this in Koreatown?
I don't know. I want to say it was in SoCal though. I don't know if it's Koreatown. Is there Koreatown in SoCal?
Yeah.
I don't know.
LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fuck with LA. I want to fuck with LA, but when shit like that goes down, I'm like, I'd rather stay in my side. I know, is that weird? I don't even like leaving my house anymore. All right. No. I mean, I don't like LA for myself. When I did the open mic scene, I just didn't like that. Now, if I was getting booked out there, I'd probably love LA, but I don't think so. Is that where the laundromat lady is?
If it is, the parking situation is gnarly over there.
In Koreatown?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's gnarly over there?
It's like, it's always packed, but also like, I was surprised. There's like small strip malls that have small businesses, and they have valet services. Like unassuming strip malls with small parking lots and have valet services.
Where do they park their cars?
Exactly. I'm like, what? And I just found
And is there a line? Was there a line for the valet services?
could be.
Or did you see a line?
I didn't see a line.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, I can't park here. He's like, no, there's only valet. But I'm like, this is like
A shopping center.
Shopping center. Like, this ain't the mall. What the fuck?
That's weird. That's how bougie LA is, though.
Yeah.
Where you have valet parking in a strip mall.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a bougie strip mall?
No, that was not at all.
Okay.
I just wanted to- Anyway,
That is hilarious.
So anyway, they arrested this guy that attacked the Mexican street vendor, and yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, if you have a problem with a guy being in your property, call the cops. I don't know what you're gonna take it in your own hand.
Right.
But I don't think you should even call the cops. But
Yeah. I
the
just
guy
don't
was-
understand.
I feel like the guy was by the street.
He did apologize, though. Did you see that follow-up post?
I apologize.
The Asian guy apologized. He wrote a written statement, and his dumbass put his name and his phone number. I'm like, you know how many people are gonna fucking text message you? And they posted it, and I was like, you know how many people are gonna fucking text message you, racist ass? No, I mean, I hope he learned from it. I really do, and I hope he's really genuine about feeling bad, because I'm sure he's getting so much criticism, for even saying something stupid like that. You haven't seen his apology? I'm gonna look for it, so then that way we can read it out loud and you can hear, and then you could already see people attacking him in the comments. He's like, "Fuck that fool! He doesn't mean it," And I was like, "That's my cat opening cabinets here," but yeah, they're still going on him, just like those college students. I mean, I wonder what their life is like, as far as are they still in college? You know what I mean?
Community college, maybe.
Are they? Do you think they're even in community college?
I'm pretty sure they're at De Anza now.
Oh, De Anza. Yeah. See here, street De Anza. They went from SoCal all the way to NorCal. So here's the apology. Yeah, from Kenny Ho. His name is Kenny Ho. This is okay. I deeply regret my treatment of the gentleman who set up a vending location outside of my family's auto parts store.
He fucked up. He admits that this was outside of his property.
And he says right here, I cannot explain or justify my actions, but I can say that until Saturday, I've always treated others with the respect and consideration that my family instilled in me. I failed to do this, so here. See? You drop it in the comments, Jorge. Whatever you say, I'm going to put it in the comments.
There's no way. The way the guy acted, you saw he walked up with the fucking bat. The way he acted, there's no way that before that he was a good person to other people.
I don't think so either. I think he just got caught up.
You get that kind of confidence to fucking be confrontational like that? There's a history there.
And not care that you're even being you know what I mean, filmed. To me, I'd be concerned if my attitude was causing someone to record me.
Yeah.
I'd be concerned.
It'll be deterrent for sure.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck? What did I do wrong? Right? But obviously he did something wrong. You know what I mean? And I love that this is all going to social media because it's really showing how fucked up humans are. And so it's not even about race anymore. Like, humans are fucked up.
Well, what's weird about this one that kind of hurts is that it's so close to our backyard. It's like it's where we live.
Yeah, it's literally.
This shit happens in SoCal. I was like, oh, that's horrible. It's like, it's over there.
Yeah, it's literally right here. It's down the street from my house.
Yeah,
Our house.
Yeah, it's like
Our neighbor. Your worst neighbor. That guy, that's our neighbor.
Anyway, go ahead, continue.
So back to the apology. It says he doesn't know. He's ashamed of what he did. I also want to convey that my father immigrated to this country to start a family business more than 44 years ago. The difficulties he endured as an immigrant and his commitment to his family and his business have always inspired me. While I believe vending location violating laws, this full fucking gaslighting and shit.
Wait, what do you say?
While I believe the vending location violated zoning laws and contributed to other public safety concerns, I regret using the word illegal in reference to these issues. I should have not used a term that could be misinterpreted or cause pain. My actions were not a reflection of the person I aspire to be, and I'm truly sorry to everyone in the community that has been affected by my behavior. Kenny Ho, 408-327-1023. Every day is our privilege to serve you. This is from Intex Auto. Intex Auto Parts. Yeah, of course I'm gonna fucking name the business. What the fuck? He was out of pocket.
He's a piece of shit. You know what? I'm convinced that, Asians are not people of color. This guy can
What? Oh, what about Filipinos though? Come on, Filipinos, we a little brown? Like, no. Yeah. Well, it's funny because some of the feeds are like, we do not claim him. I was like, neither do I. I don't fucking claim it in the Asian community.
Latinos are the same. Like, if a Latino gets caught being
Out of pocket? Yeah.
we're like, hold on, what color Latino is he? Oh, he's on the corner? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't claim them. We don't claim them.
That,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the part of, I guess that's a segment on the whole Asian hate thing and hate crimes. They're happening, obviously, Asian on people on Asian. And I still think I am a person of color, but if someone wanted to correct me and say, no, you're not, I'd be like, okay, you win.
Well, going back to this incident, there's something about it. Let's put race out of it for a second.
So just hate.
Well, what's this guy's issue with another guy selling food outside of his...
Well, he's saying what he was doing was illegal, so...
But what I'm trying to say, even if it was, like, let's say it's a zoning issue about the food. Wouldn't that attract more customers to him? Like, if this vendor was blocking his business, I kind of...
He wasn't, though. It was on the outside of the parking lot, too. It's like on the...
So I feel there's more to the story.
We should go over there.
Should interview Kenny Ho.
They're right down the street. We should both go over there.
Kenny, why are you such a hoe?
Yeah, we'll go there for like lunch and be like, hey, we want to support. I bet you there's a big ass crowd there.
I feel there has to be a history of tension between him and the vendor. It's just...
It could be like an ongoing thing that they just fucking hate each other and shit.
Kind of. I mean, unless this guy straight up hates Mexicans, but I don't know.
Which is also a possibility.
Asians hate Mexicans? What do you think?
I don't, but I've always thought that Latinos and I always thought that, okay, when I was younger.
Kenny Ho, do you think he's Vietnamese or Chinese?
I think he could be Chinese. I think he could be Vietnamese, Chinese, or Korean. I think so. Yeah. So I don't even know what nationality this guy is, but obviously no one's claiming him right now, which is kind of sad because he fucked up. He fucked up. And once you do say shit like that, like...
But I hope the streamer that get assaulted, I hope he's okay. I hope his business grows.
Well, yeah, and I hope his safety is... I hope he's safe. You know what I mean? Like, even though he caused harm on another person, I think hopefully he can... Yeah, I'm saying... Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm hoping both of them are safe because obviously he's getting backlash too for his Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's getting back. Yeah, well, but at the same time, like, I wish if Kenny is genuine about how he feels, maybe they can do a collab together. You know what I mean? Like,
what are you talking about? This guy straight up assaults him with a bat.
People change. People change and people learn. People change and people learn. And like I said, I'm trying to encourage people to make peace. make peace, make love, not war. And if that would be if Kenny is genuine, that's what I'm saying. If he's genuine about his apology and how he feels about the Asian community, that's the type of shit that I would want to see.
Or the Mexican community.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think if Kenny wants to prove something that he actually isn't racist, right, then that's the type of shit. Like, collab with him and be like, hey, I will drive you around your jobs for one full day while, you know, I don't run my shop. You know what I mean? We're going to show people that we're making peace and harmony. But obviously that's not going to happen.
Is he still in jail? Do you know?
I don't think so. You go in jail, you get out pretty quick too. Just saying. Like, I'm pretty sure he's back out already on bail. Yeah. Was that the only other topic that you're talking about? Because the hate crime, I'm saying we need to be preventative, Jorge.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm standing up because I was going to fill my cup of coffee. Oh, okay.
I'm going to look up, see, I mean, we can end it on this.
It's over already. I want it to be over. I'm just kidding.
You want it to be over?
I said I don't want it to be over.
We don't have to. We go a bit longer.
Okay.
You know what? Then get some
That's what I was asking. Yeah, I'm gonna top you off.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so talking about hate crimes. Let's see if there's ways to stop hate crimes. Here, I have a list of how to prevent hate crimes. You ready for this?
Okay, let's hear it.
So this is according to the IACP.org and Hate Crime in America Policy Summit. So how can we prevent hate crime? The first one here is increase public awareness. So we can do that.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Then again, it's like, this was interesting because I feel like if everybody does it, it gets kind of annoying. You see that like on social media, everybody's posting their hot takes about the latest big crime.
Okay.
They're like, okay, I've seen this.
So it's like trending.
Yeah. If it's too virtual signaling and trendy, it's like a little annoying to me.
Well, I mean, but if hate's happening, I think it needs to be addressed until.
If it's happening in our town, like I feel like they have more say so. You know, that's with more weight.
Right.
But if we're always commenting on every hate crime that happens in the world, it's like a little.
It's excessive. Right.
Virtual signaling, nobody gives
Well,
a
the
shit.
goal is to for the public community to address it, to be preventative in our community, because obviously we can't save the world, but we can save our community.
Right.
So talk about it, talk about it. If it's happening in your area, report it. You know what I mean?
All right. This one says the next step is create a multidisciplinary planning process as to develop coordinated approaches to prevent and respond to hate crime. I hate when it gets so big like that.
That's very technical. It sounds like.
Multidisciplinary.
So like a class to teach people and how, like, if someone's doing a hate crime towards you, how to prevent the situation or avoid or deflect the situation. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, I'm going to get into it. It's saying that to elaborate on this. It includes representatives of business, religious institutions, advocacy groups, public, private, school, colleges, and full spectrum. Okay, so it's not so bad. It's asking for community leaders to speak on this.
Okay, so people who are like known. Yeah.
Yeah, local community.
Yeah. Which
local community leaders.
makes sense why there's more hate crimes happening, because ever since fucking Trump, right, did that let's fucking rush the capitals, right? Like he did some secret fucking code, and then all the fucking raw boys, whatever you want to call them, fuck boys. Yeah, I guess, whatever. I don't even know what that means. I remember being on a podcast and someone was talking about it. What? I don't know, but I heard some of my family members were there at the Sacramento one, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, our capital in Sacramento was also raided the same day. I'm surprised you didn't know that. No, there was a group of Filipinos, but not by Filipinos. Yeah, no, there was another group of. Yeah, I know some people. Yeah, I was like, what the? We do not claim them. So I heard a couple of my family members were there, like with signs and shit. No, they didn't. But I was just like, yeah, with signs. No, they didn't storm, but they might as well have. And why would you even tell anybody that you did that? Like, why? I don't know if it was told on social media, but I just found out from family members, like, dude, you know what my parents did? I was like, what the fuck? Why would your parents do that? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, fuck. So, yes, getting a person who is of authority or is a leader would be good to prevent and educate people on the hate crime instead of encouraging it.
Right. Okay, next one. Create local human rights commissions or other forums to promote community harmony and stability.
Yeah, we should do that.
So pretty much all citizens should be encouraged to talk about the differences and commonalities and to share their visions of safe and healthy communities.
Yeah, we should have more public events. So like the sofa market is happening, right? It'd be cool to have a booth there to like educate people and encourage people, like, let's stop the hate. You know what I mean? Give away stickers.
Issue labeling things like that, like, oh, we're going to educate you. I don't like.
Okay, maybe not educate.
It's more like, hey, let me share you our story. Or,
Then,
hey, check out this story, how the Asians, Silicon Valley story.
then you can say it that way.
But some people, a little too forward are like, hey.
Like a Mormon. Like, hey, let me tell you more about God. Like when they do shit like that.
It's more, how can I say this?
That's kind of similar, though.
It's more like condescending.
Okay, well, maybe not educate you. Let me share you my experience in Asian hate so we can be preventative and we can be more aware. Because let's be real, a lot of this stuff that's happening on social media, a lot of times people around are not doing anything except recording.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta get those views,
I don't know. I don't even care about the views. Like, I just want people to stop hating each other and like abusing each other. Like,
everybody casts me videotaping the hate crime. I'll stop it. I need those.
And then I'm gonna record Jorge recording the hate crime instead of fucking helping.
I need the followers. All right, Max. My comedy has to grow. All citizens should be encouraged to talk about their differences and commonalities. I guess, but without,
That's pretty much like
some people
kumbaya.
get
Talk about it.
sensitive that, though.
Let's kumbaya and talk about it.
Yeah, but some people get sensitive when you talk about those differences. I don't know. Okay, next one. Focus public attention on issues of prejudice, intolerance, and the ways that hate crime affects community vitality and safety. You know what that means?
No, I don't know. It's too much. I went over my head. I think it was too much.
This one,
Being safe during
they want police
hate crimes.
to get involved.
Oh, no. People say fuck the police, dude. But if there's unity between the community and the police, maybe it might be a little bit different.
Develop public information to promote values of tolerance and social equality.
Yeah, saying that everyone's equal. So,
The goals, these are about the same.
okay. So, in a nutshell, it's pretty much talk about it, have an authoritative figure help you talk about it. And, okay, I'm going to retract my statement and say not educate people. I'm going to say we need to encourage people to share their stories.
The word education is being thrown a lot around.
And help. And I bet you a white person wrote that. Does it say there's an article? There should be a name with that article.
Let's see.
And I think, no name. Well, that's lame. What's the name of the website that you're looking this at?
I think it's a government. It's an organization website. But I'm looking through them. It's all the same thing. It's just saying educate and also have
Events and stuff.
agency involved. Which I'm not too sure about that, but I guess police, I guess, but I don't know.
That's what I was saying. If people say fuck the police, and if we can get the police involved in the community, then it would make sense to have everyone involved in the community. Because right now, I feel like everyone's like fuck the police. You know.
Here's my idea of how we could
Let us hear your idea, Jorge. What is your idea?
racial divide and hate crime is more city community events, athletic events. We should have more parades. We should have more get-togethers. We should have more
And are you saying together or as individuals? Because I feel like
together.
okay, yeah, no, I agree. Well, isn't cultural month or something like that? Culture month or something like that happening? Or
I don't know, but what I'm trying to make is people get out of your houses, get out of your bubbles, get out of your comfort zones. Go to that, Japantown festival, Ubon festival. Go to that Indian festival.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo
Yeah,
festival. Go.
the Black History
And
Month.
not just
Yeah,
white people, but everybody across the board.
which it is Black History Month.
You should attend other cultures' festivals.
100%.
And you'd be surprised. sit down in a conversation. I think in theory it's great, but a lot of sensitive subjects could come up, and if you don't have the fortitude to deal with it, I've seen those conversations go sideways.
Well, and I think that's a great way to encourage us, Jorge. We're using our platform. Our platform, your worst neighbors, to get to the next event. So if there's any events where they're having culture parties, they should invite us, because I think, invite both of us, because obviously we're dope as fuck. And I think we should encourage people to show that ethnic cultures can get along. A person, a POC, and a person not POC can get along. Because, I'm okay. As a callback.
You know what I thought? I thought that me and you should reenact the Asian guy attacking the Mexican vendor.
That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious.
We'll make a PSA.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
that's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Nobody will get you.
I know. They're going to be like, that's not funny. That's not funny. I think it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And then, obviously I'm going to go drive away your truck. Like, I'm actually going to get away. Yeah. And don't get very far. Yeah. Yeah. And then I get robbed after I crash it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, speaking of the Asian hate, did you hear about the girl that was jumped in Pennsylvania? I believe it's Pennsylvania. For having braids in her hair.
A black chick with braids got jumped?
No, Asian chick got jumped by black girls for having braids in her hair.
You sure for nothing else?
No, and supposedly this is happening in those communities.
Yes.
Maybe it is because she stole her man, but I doubt it. Like, based on what they were saying and what she...
It's very interesting how people get very territorial about... I'm all about, reducing, cultural... What's the word I'm looking for? Was it cultural appropriation?
Yeah, culturally appropriate?
You know what I'm talking about? Where people feel like people are stealing not stealing, but they're using their culture.
To make excuses for their actions?
Somebody, like, I don't know this case. I don't know what the situation is, to be honest with you. So I don't know much to say, but it is true that they beat her up just because she had braids and she was Asian. That's fucked up.
I mean, it is. It is. And I think, again, we need to be more preventative and try to understand why this is happening. Because we don't know what's going on, right? We don't know what's causing and triggering this hate. And I 100% think that we need to identify it first. And then once we're able to identify it, then we can kind of get, past it. Or learn from it and then be kumbaya. Or is it ever going to stop? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
We're talking about identifying and this and that. Do you really think the issue is really racism, or do you think there's something more to it? What I mean by that is that at first glance it looks like racism. But what if there's more? I don't know. Like, for example, this Kenny Ho guy. I feel there's more to it. Like, do you think Kenny Ho would be...
They had a previous
do you think Kenny Ho would act the same way if the street vendor was Asian?
No.
So you think it is racially motivated?
Yeah. I mean, if it was own people, maybe. I don't know. I feel like, Because
usually I feel...
It shouldn't be that way, but I 100% feel like it is. So here, this was in Puyallup, Washington. A female Asian teenager considered suicide after she was beaten by classmates at Glacier View Junior High School in Puyallup last Friday. In the video, the 5 African-American girls trapped the 14-year-old victim in a bathroom stall and continuously taunt her before beating her up. I just feel someone pull me up from my hair, explain the young girl, and start swinging at my face. According to these girls, Asian girls should not, could not, or shan't wear box braids and cornrows or whatever they feel is inappropriate. So she pretty much got jumped because of that. And the sad part is the only reason why it's even surfacing is because the poor girl tried to kill herself and her dad caught her and saved her. So it's like, And that was one of the things that the comic brought up last night. He's like, you know what? These everyone's always blaming music or blaming, other children, for their kids killing themselves or for bullying or whatever. And I think it starts one with the parents, obviously, like, you know what I mean? They need to be prevented. They need to be finding out what's going on in their kids' lives, because mental health, I can't stress you enough, is one of my biggest thing. And that's what I'm trying to become the biggest advocate, because it is a real thing. People are literally killing themselves over what's happening with society. One, it's all here, right? Like, they just can't control what they're thinking. And this poor 14-year-old girl is now getting, you know what I mean? Now I'm sure she's getting a lot of heat too, saying like, well, you shouldn't be wearing braids, because that is some of the conversations that's happening in these comments. Well, they shouldn't be wearing this stuff, you know?
Why do these other girls feel like they need to be over it? Like, for me,
that's an issue. 100%.
That's the root of it. Why are we encouraging people to confront somebody violently? I mean, if they call them out for her wearing braids, I mean, I think it's a problem, but still, in a non-violent way, it's preferable as opposed to being held up for it.
Yeah, no, I don't think people should get beaten up for what they wear or how they look.
So I think we should look into the women who beat her up and be like, hey, what's happening? Why did you feel like you need to beat her up? Like, what's the point here?
Right. Well, I mean, these are children, right?
Well, and that's the thing to bring up, is that a lot of racist
It's taught.
confrontation are among young people.
Well, yeah, and it's taught. It starts at home.
And you're dumb. You don't know what you're doing. You're regurgitating other people's
That's
shit.
why I was saying it starts with the parents.
So I feel...
Or lack of parenting.
Yeah. So...
Because if my kid ever said something that was like out of pocket, and like I found out that like my kid got jumped, you know what I mean?
Your kid is Mexican and Filipino, right?
Yes.
So
She is she POC? I mean, she's half a POC then, right? I mean, you're right? Well, she's Filipino, Mexican, and Portuguese.
Do you feel like they skewer towards one side or the other?
Oh, yeah, 100%, because my oldest, a lot of people think she's white or mixed, right? Because she looks...
White.
Yeah, because she's light skin color. Her color's light. Her hair is light. She has different color eyes. So a lot of people think she's just straight up white. And she's like, I'm not. I'm mixed. My youngest, she hella looks Filipino. And then they're like, oh, you're Asian for sure.
But do you see your girls, like, are they like gravitating towards one?
No, I don't think they're gravitating towards one. But
Are they picking up both Spanish and Tagalog, or neither?
they pick up a little bit.
Both?
More Tagalog, if anything, because I don't necessarily speak it, but it's still spoken in the household, with my parents and stuff. But they don't speak Spanish at all. If they're speaking Spanish, it's because they're learning it in class. Like they're taking a Spanish class. And I wouldn't say they're leaning more towards one than the other, but what they tell me when they come home from school sometimes is that certain kids will like argue with them and be like, no, you're not Mexican. So it's like repeating itself, right? Where they're raising like confused, they're growing up confused, like, well, then what nationality am I? And I'm like, you're mixed. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm mixed. I'm part Chinese. You know what I mean? But who gives a fuck, And then my kids are now mixed. And then, again, society is telling them that they're not who they are.
But here's the thing.
Because they're kids. They're young, dumb, and stupid.
Well, you brought up a good attention. I think these divisional ideals are coming from, or are perpetuated the most in schools when they're young.
Yeah.
And that's where they, and when you, I don't know, kids are dumb. I was dumb.
I know, but I was raised not to touch people. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, keep my hands to my motherfucking self. Yeah, no, I was raised to keep my hands to myself. You know what I mean? Unless I have to defend myself, then that's a different story. But keep your hands to myself. I'm going to be 40 next year. I have never been in an altercation. Once, actually, I have, but it was the opposite sex. But I've never been in an altercation with another woman. You know what I mean? I've never fought another chick in my life. And I'm about to be Yeah, I definitely want to. And I wanted to when I was 21, when I was 18, right before I hit 18, right before I hit 21, I was like, I would love to get in a fight with a chick just to see where I stand as a fighter, but I never did, because obviously this mouthpiece gets me out of fights or never prevents me from fights.
Not saying you hate them. If you had to choose someone to fight in the Bay Area comedy community, who would you fight?
I would not fight anybody.
No, but you had to.
No. Gun to my head, shoot me in the fucking head. No, that eliminate it. That we can eliminate that because I'm gonna say that
I'm not saying you hate them.
No.
You love this person. But if you think you have a good chance on a fight, who would it be? Male or female?
First off, okay, I'm not gonna say who because I would not fight anyone in the community. But if I had to choose, I would fight a male, not a female.
So who do you fight?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna say because if I can go 40 years of my life and not get in a fight, I can go next 40 years of my life and not have to decide on who I fight because I'm not a fighter. I like Jorge's like, you ask me who I want to fight. Ask me who I want to fight. Who?
I think me and Flacco put up a good fight. We're kind of equal, I feel.
But you made a good point. If someone were to pay me, like if they were like, you're going to be on pay-per-view, who would you fight?
That's what I'm saying.
Then that's a different story. I mean, I don't know. I would want to take it to the audience. Who do you want to see me fight? I can't pick. Because I don't condone violence, so I can't pick. I can't choose who to fight. Okay, go ahead. Pick for me.
You know what? You wrestling a person.
I would take Leslie down, though. Leslie's not a fighter either. Like mud. What do you call that? Mud wrestling when they used to fight back in the days, right? Dude, we could organize something like that. That'd be between comics, female and male. Dude, that'd be a good summer show.
I'm trying to think of, she's such a sweetheart, but I think it would be pretty funny if you and Vanessa, Natalie and Vanessa had a fight. You're both sweethearts.
Natalie Starr?
No, Natalie Vanessa. Natalie Starr.
Yeah. I was like, wait, Natalie Vanessa. Oh, is this the comic with two first names? Or two first names? I don't think I have. Natalie Vanessa. Wait, what does she go by? Does she go by Natalie? Okay. I have to meet her. I love meeting female comedians.
I'm trying to make you fight equal, like similar build. I'm not gonna make you fight like somebody bigger than you, obviously.
Why would you even say that?
I'm just saying.
We're equal size.
Now, if you were to fight a man in the comedy,
yeah, who would you? You know who I would. I would break Jacob Contreras in half. Is he? Ooh, that sounds kind of hot. I was like, Jacob, I'll wrestle you.
he's the only really skinny comic that I know.
Skinny comic. Yeah, I mean he's a smaller build. Yeah. Oh, you know who I was gonna bring up that I wouldn't mind fighting Kike. But yeah, because I'm like he's a smaller build, so I could probably take him down.
He's like chubby a bit.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen him in a while. Have you seen him? I haven't seen him. Oh, is that where he's at? Okay, that's probably why. Is he still doing comedy? Okay. Okay, Kike was funny. He's fucking. I remember when he first hit the scene, I was like, "Who the fuck? Where did this guy crawl out of?" Yeah, and that'd be a pretty good match. Jacob, I think Jacob would take me if he's wrestler. Jacob. Is it a guy or a girl? A girl. Drea? You say Kike? She would fucking murder him, dude. Her legs and fingers alone would like fucking murder Kike. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Dude! Do we fight with our fists or do we fight with our words, though? I'd be a bitch then. I couldn't even be part of the club because I would not fight.
No, but you only fight people that's just a similar height.
Which, I love that movie, by the way. Fight Club was a really good movie. Like, one first rule. We don't talk about Fight Club. So here he fucked it up.
First rule of comedy Fight Club is
we do talk about it in hopes that it gets aggressive and we actually physically fight each other. This was funny. This is a good episode. We touched on hate. We touched on no love at all.
I think we're coming to the end of the episode.
How much time was that? Oh, okay. We're inching our way. Don't say inching.
I hope it was a fun episode.
Yeah.
A little serious.
Yeah. Except the dead air. I blame that on Jorge. He's like, I'll edit it. No, you won't. He never does. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's like literally 10 seconds. No one's going to fucking care. No one's even going to probably listen. They probably listen to the beginning and then they listen to the end. I got a new follower that follows you, by the way. Yeah, they follow you already. They follow me. So I'm assuming it's from the podcast.
A lot of my family members like you.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, my family members like you. They've met you, so.
I should bring you out to a family party.
Yeah, so I can be cultural and so I can join my POC. Oh, am I in? Am I in?
You're the game.
Por vida. They don't even really listen because of you. They're like, let's hear this bitch talk shit about Jorge Costanza. Which, thank you for posting that picture on the podcast. I thought it was fucking hilarious. It's just terrible cropping. Yeah, I gotta post an updated one because we're totally Jorge and Elaine, like George and Elaine. It's fucking on point, right on the head. Can we do that for Halloween? We have to do that for Halloween. Yeah, and I'll invite you to my family's party. You invite me to your family's party, and then we're gonna be. Oh my god, I'm gonna murder Jorge. Next episode of Your Worst Neighbor. It's just one neighbor now. Or I can be voices for both of us. They wouldn't even notice. Oh my god, she's gonna invite me to one of his party, and really, we're getting married. I'm not even getting jumped. Oh my god, I do. I'm trying to be the Guinness World Record of most divorces. We're straight up. That's straight up what's gonna happen. Oh, I filed mine already. I'm waiting for that money. No, I finally started seeing someone. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. Well, tax people. I have a Mexican tax guy on the east side. Oh, I don't know. Is it off a story?
Yeah.
Is it on a 2-story building? Oh, okay. Yeah, this one's a 2-story building. And this is... Oh, already mine's better. Just kidding.
Anyway, so for the followers and listeners, thank you for listening in. Thank you for sticking with us. We're like, what? This is our 9th episode.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't keep track.
We're still growing.
Yeah. Toot, 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 toot. Tell us what you want to hear. Do you get feedback? Is that how you know people are listening?
So feedback, you can email us at yourworstneighborspodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram at yourworstneighborspodcast on the IG. What's up?
Wait, so are you getting the feedback on the emails, on the Instagram, or is this in person? Because how do you know so they're like, we like PX. When are you going to marry her? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we couldn't tell. You couldn't touch base.
My cousin and me, I was like, hey, you guys are lacking. Like, where's the episode?
What? Shout out to Primo. Órale ese. I love that. That's good because my family doesn't listen, so it's fine. Yeah, I think I've lost some family members since this podcast. So, no, yeah, I'm just kidding. No, no, they just don't listen to the podcast. That's all. Yeah, they're like they don't think we're POC. I'm just kidding. I know it wasn't you. I wasn't you. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Though.
A black person
Who said it?
It was about that, equality life, but yeah, doesn't see Asians as person. I just found it. Anyway, but yeah, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think. If you have any hate crimes, let us know.
Yeah, we want to hear people's stories for sure.
And if it's a funny hate crime, even better.
Yeah. There's some crazy. Actually, I don't know if
If you're the person committing hate crimes,
yes, you can be anonymous. We want to hear both sides, right? Like, why do you hate? Yeah, this is, I think it's a good topic.
we do need to realize why are they even hating in the first place.
Yeah, this is valid because I love everybody. So, yeah.
So, on top of that, follow us on Instagram at Your Worst Neighbors Podcast. You can follow me personally at Jorge Sanchez for any upcoming shows. I can't think of any shows coming up, just random.
At the top of your head, yeah.
Second weekend, boom. So, that's right, because none of these take no vacation. First week of Brenham, it's the first Sunday of March. I'm doing the show. And I don't think I'm booked on it.
Wait, first Sunday of March, what show?
Brenham.
Oh, Brandon.
There's a San Jose.
Okay.
Fun show. Should come out. So far, I booked the headliner.
How about so you're not booked next Friday with me at Comedy in Empanadas?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh no, you're booked. You're on my showcase. Yeah. You guys heard it here first, so you can stop hearing him fucking bitch about it. You heard it here first, and your worst neighbors podcast. I love it when you call me Big Papa. We're gonna have a different podcast by the time we circle back. He'll have a good excuse. Well, he'll be there next Friday. We have our comedy in Empanadas. It's a book showcase, so you can catch us there. And if you don't see him there, then we know why. I'm gonna be. Some of them are happening. I'm gonna be at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas at the V Theater. So be sure to check me out sometime next week. I think I don't know, maybe Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. I don't know what day. And so I'll be in Vegas next week, and then coming back comedy in Empanadas next Friday. I am. No, just from Sunday to Wednesday. I'm in Vegas, and then Wednesday. Oh shit! It's March is Women's History Month. So starting March 1st, I'm actually going to be hosting the caravan. Not for that one evening, just that one evening. I'm hosting the caravan for women's, which I want to kind of promote Women's History Month. Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of dope to open up. Yes, I come back on Wednesday. Yeah, comedy shows, man. It's good. You learn a lot of tips. Yeah, and if you're single, definitely go, because a lot of these women are single. So, yeah, or divorced, or whatever. But there's a lot of them that are single. So, yay! You heard it here first. Your worst neighbor. They can find me on PX Comedy.
Awesome. All right, well, this is your worst neighbors podcast. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for tuning in. You have a great rest of your week.
Bye.